Hello, it's Tyson Fury here, the lineal world heavyweight champion, right? The book-breaking king. You better subscribe and like to the Triple B or I'll book break you like Deontay Wilder.
Well, shalom, salam, and wagwan. Yeah, now it's almost fight time, yeah? Tomorrow, Saturday, you get Dillian White Knickers, yeah, vs Tyson Fury. We're going to wait and see the weigh-in, see what happens, and I'll make a little preview while we're waiting for that. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about some people mention it in the comments and stuff. Oh, you're always going on about a gay, Dillian the Batty man, the Batty Snatcher White, all these gay guys in the heavyweight division, Lamar Scott, Dean White, when he's not heavyweight, but he's the wife of Dillian. And people say, what about Tyson Fury? It's like, well, what about Tyson Fury? Well, people say, well, he's shown a bit of Batty, likings in the past. I'm like, come on, man. I know Tyson likes to joke around and all that, He's always kind of, he likes to sail close to the wind, take the pee, and he speaks his own mind. But, and the main thing was, like, a few years ago, the reason he got, remember, just after he won the heavyweight champion against Vladimir, he got persecuted. Everyone, he's homophobic, he's transphobic, he's this, he's that. That dumbass sports personality of the year, and this stupid guy who jumps in a sandpit is like going, I ain't gonna go, and I'm not gonna go on this show unless Tyson is barred from the show because he's homophobic. All these people get on their high horse. It sickens me, these idiots, man. They think they're anything about the world. Most of them are like, Illuminati shills anyway. But he got persecuted, right? And the reason was, it's not anything he'd said recently. Like a couple of years ago, there was this video. It was well known. Yeah, but obviously, since Tyson was in the limelight again, they pulled it up. And he started talking about bankers. He starts talking about the Batty Man's organizations, how they're pushing certain things, how what's going to happen next, that noncery will be made legal. All these things I agree with. All of what he said is that you can find the video still up there. Yeah. So you got persecuted for that. But, and at that time, it was quite clear he was against Batty Business. Yeah. He also, he's a Christian, and that's Batty Business is not allowed in Christianity, or indeed any other world religion, except, funnily enough, oddly enough, Satanism. But so I had to look into this. Why are people saying that Tyson, has done some Batty stuff that might indicate that he's into business. I mean, obviously he's got Paris Fury and, 7 kids or something, and there's never been any rumours of any nonsense. But he does have a little bit of history of sort of promoting Batty Business, or at least, despite that video that he made ages ago before he was real big. And in those days, you used to be able to say what you wanted on YouTube. There's a few other things that have come up now. My conclusion is a bit different in the end. My conclusion is, after looking at things, that he has been forced down to promote the agenda. But let's look at it anyway. So one of the first things, he does say some quite odd, fruity things, Tyson. Yeah? Now, I find this really, really bizarre. But he makes some weird comments he talks about other men's schlongs a bit, yeah? I remember he's going on about Gay Jay, going, he's just that, he's muscular, he looks great, and blah, 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 and, he's probably got a 10-inch schlong as well. I was like, okay. Why? I mean, I just find them very uncomfortable. This would never happen in the old days. You don't sit around talking about other men's tools, man. It's just not the thing to be done. It's a bit weird. You feel uncomfortable. It's creepy. Anyway, Gay Jay definitely has not got a 10-inch tool. I'll get onto that in a different video, but there's rumours of his hermaphrodite or intersex. Yeah, we'll get onto that. And if you notice, never wears tight shorts and never no bulge in his pants. And people be like, why are you looking, Chubby? I said, well, it's part of the job to know what's going on with these freaks. But it's obvious anyway. He always wears baggy pants, yeah. That ties in with the TV and some stuff I discovered about very, very odd, birth certificates. But that's for another video. But let's talk about a gay's tool. It's just a bit grim. Maybe he's just trying to be funny. It's not more accepted these days, but that's because of the agenda. Tyson should know better. And there's this other Italian guy called Guido Vianello, I think, who's some model-looking Italian guy, really tanned and that, and he was sparring with Tyson. Tyson, like, I saw him in the showers, and he's good-looking. He's this, that, and the other. He's got a huge schlong. I mean, why you stop talking about men's schlong, man? It's just odd. I mean, that's a bit odd. I don't think that says anything. He's just trying to be, trying to be a bit, controversial. But I don't know, man. Talking about men's schlongs all the time and how big they are is a bit odd. So that's the first thing. Secondly, so Tyson has sort of kissed men on the lips, in during fight weigh-ins and press conferences. He sort of tried to kiss Tom Schwartz, that guy that he beat up. And Tom Schwartz consequently went home and beat up his wife or girlfriend. But Schwartz was outclassed. Tyson looked good that night, very good, dodging the shots and the ropes. But yeah, he was all pally up with Tom Schwartz in the weigh-in and sort of tried to kiss him, and Schwartz wasn't down with it. And again, it could be just Tyson fooling around trying to get headlines. People will say that. He also kissed but when he came back after trimming down from 30 stone, he fought a guy called, I think it's Nuri Seferi or something, an Albanian dude. A stiff, way shorter than him. He looked about 2 foot shorter. Obviously Tyson was coming back. He wasn't expected to face anyone good, but he kissed him as well at the beginning of the fight. In the referee's instructions. Again, I found that a bit creepy. And they were all pally before the fight. When everyone knew Seferi didn't have a hope. Snowball's chance in hell. But kissing men, it's not something I've done. No, not something I'm into. I'm not down with that. Yeah? Why did Triple B kiss any man? I don't find that shit funny. I don't find that funny. I don't want to talk about men's tools funny or interesting or something I would do. Anyway, and then after the big storm, and then he got persecuted and gang stalked, didn't he, by the Illuminati or Tyson for when that old video was revealed. And let's be honest, I think a lot of it was not just because he was commenting on Batty Mans, but because he was commenting on, bankers, if you know what I'm saying. Bankers who love the money, who rub their hands in it. So he got persecuted in the press, and he kind of lost it a bit. Went on this huge binge and drink on. Then later he was in a GAY club, which is a bit odd in itself, and he went up to he said, I'm not homophobic, which is a made up word to push an agenda. It's like, let's make criticising buggery really bad, and we'll call anyone who criticises buggering homophobic, and then that will become a slur, yeah, and we'll be able to cancel people. That's because they're pushing an agenda. You've got to see that if you've got a quarter of an inch of brain, because anyone with a brain does not think that buggering anyone at the Batty hole is something to be encouraged. Whoever's doing the buggering, whoever's Batty's being buggered, it's not healthy. It's not healthy. Obviously it's strange behaviour, it's perverted. Anyway, and then so he was in the GAY club, and he found some Batty Mans, sort of like a Batty version of himself, and he kissed him on the lips. I mean, there wasn't tongues or nothing like that. But Tyson's like, I want to prove I'm not homophobic. No, I mean, you stand by your stuff. It's called an abomination in the Bible. Yeah, he's a clear Christian. Yeah, it's not allowable behaviour. Yeah, buggeration. Yeah, and to kiss another man, who knows what diseases are on their lips. Apparently, 80% of these people who are into that business carries STD at all times, so it's not a clever thing to do at all, is it? That kind of freaked me out. And again, I will get on to why I think he's doing it. Some people think, he's actually a bit fruity, and that's his fruitiness coming out. I'm not convinced at this stage. I'm not convinced. Yeah. Also, I don't know. I looked at his website. Yeah. I looked at a few of his tweets. Yeah. There was this one from 2013. Tyson Fury. I wonder who gives better head out of Special Brook and Mr. David Hay. He's still being homophobic, as they say then, but so that's like 9 years ago, and he's rinsing Brook and Hay, who are both Well, Hayes actually admitted he swings both ways. Like Cesaro, it was his pal, and now Ege is pal. Special Brook, I mean, the rumours are there. We all know about the alleged taking the man back from the club, and then before the man sitting there, probably lining up some yayo or ketamine allegedly, and then and then Kell Brook comes out and then completely naked with a large wood on, facing this man, and the man and that gets a bit. Well, apparently he must have got a bit rough with the man. The man sliced him up. But anyway, there's rumours been going around for years. But so he's having a laugh then. But then there's this is one from 2014. Tyson Fury. Someone's made this up, a really whack Photoshop. Tyson Fury gay and proud. It's got a picture of a young Tyson. He used to be considered quite good looking before he went bald. And he goes, "Does this pic make me look gay? I don't think so. To all my gay fans out there." And then lots of kisses. So he's kind of at the very least appeasing the Battyman's community. Yeah. On his website as well. He sells them masks, which I'm also a bit dodgy about. I'll talk about them in a minute. But and he sells a Gypsy King T-shirt and the mask that has got the rainbow, the Battyman's. The Battyman's, flag, which, by the way, is a deliberate attempt because the rainbow is a Christian symbol of hope, and that's what Noah saw, when he saw after the flood, and that got kind of it's a deliberate attempt by the elitists to take that symbol away and turn it into something else, which is battiness, and then Gypsy, what's his name? Tyson Fury puts the Battyman flag as everyone's king, i.e., I am the king of you all, including Battymans. So that's a bit weird. And talking of kings, so recently he's got to become a sharp dresser, the old Tyson Fury. He gets this Italian designer called Claudio Lugli, what's it called? I think Claudio Lugli, and he's makes those cool like shirts and suits with really colourful, and I like them. They always got pictures of Tyson or pictures of a king, or a king's crown. But this is very recently, so it says, "Behold a king." This is a designer. It's got a picture of Tyson Fury wearing a shirt with loads of crowns on it. The King of Kings. Okay, think about that. Behold a king, the King of Kings. The King of Kings is Jesus Christ. It's deliberately being mentioned. It's deliberately an attack on Christianity. So, what do we make out of all this? Yeah, what do we make out of all this? I don't think there's any Batty Business in Tyson Fury. Obviously, he said that weird thing with Dillian there. We were in camp, we slept together, and you know what? It looked a bit staged. Like Tyson Fury, he didn't just chastise himself. That just came out, kind of thing. He gave a sort of fake reaction, like that was definitely part of the script, yeah. And what you can see, they all knew it was coming. White as well, probably. Yeah, and it could be said that's just another sort of subliminal message about Batty Business. I think what's happened here. I don't think Fury's fruity. I think he likes women. I do think he's a Christian, but I think he has been bought and threatened. You have to look, and they let him know after what that's why I persecuted him so badly after the Vlad thing. They didn't want that again, and he wanted to, people are greedy for the cash, whatever they say, yeah. And I think he was basically told, listen, man, you toe the line, yeah. You promote this, you promote that. You don't speak out against this. You don't speak out against that, yeah. You have to make up for your anti-Batty, sayings and stuff by promoting Batty Business a bit. Put it on your website. Put a few posts on it. Yeah, because that's part of the agenda. They want to promote that degeneracy and breakdown of family values. I think unfortunately the threats and the hardness and the promise of good money has bought Tyson out. Some people say he's come to the secret society. Yeah, some people say he's been bought. I hope not. Tyson's quite clever. He might be playing a game, going along with them, but basically will reject them eventually. I don't know. I think once you're in, you're in. You can't leave. But some people have been pointing to a lot of secret society signals going on in this build up. Yeah, Sugar Hill's been flashing some signs. Dillian, obviously FW, Fish Eyes, Frank Warren is well known. As is Barry Hearn. I mean, and what's his name? His son Ed there. Now they're not part of the promotion, obviously, but they got a lot of influence on Dillian. You know, so this is, some people say this is a big secret society ritual run, type thing. What, to glorify themselves. We'll see. I wonder if there's going to be any kind of signs being flashed at the weigh-in. I don't know. We're going to see. I mean, not the weigh-in. Well, the weigh-in first, but then, I mean, especially the walk-in and at the show, because they always use extravagant, fireworks and signals, and so it'll be interesting to see. And I'll talk about it afterwards. But for the moment, yeah, I don't believe Fury's into Batty Business personally, but I believe he has been brought to push it to an extent. Anyway, I'll report on the weigh-in after the weigh-in. Peace.